Talofa lava and welcome to our Inailau Talanoa Podcast. I'm really excited to let you know that we have an amazing guest here with us to talk about an issue that is very, very relevant to all of our business and professional women out there. None other than the amazing Nina Netzler. She is a health and fitness guru, and I have personally worked with her many times during my life as in terms of health, my own personal health and fitness. And I'm really excited that she's here today to talk to us specifically about this stage of life called perimenopause and menopause. And it's a topic that not many women, I believe, especially in our Pasifika and other indigenous communities, are not really talking about. So we are really excited to be able to talk to you about this topic and how it impacts us as business professional women and also women leaders moving into this stage of life. So Nina is, as I mentioned, she's a health and fitness guru, and I can definitely attest to that. She has been teaching and coaching in the wellness industry for 20 plus years and remains an advocate for wellness, especially for women. In 2007, she pioneered the first personal training studio in Samoa, and she ran at that time the Biggest Loser campaign, which included a branch in American Samoa. And she was teaching and training clients during that time across the two islands. She was featured in one of the top wellness professionals as one of the top wellness professionals in 2008 as an Australian, which is an Australian publication called Switched On Health Professionals. She has over 20 years of experience in the wellness industry as a fitness trainer, and now she is also a women's confidence coach. She has also competed in outrigger, canoeing, bodybuilding, and she successfully, as I mentioned, ran a private training studio in Samoa, and she also was running programs here in New Zealand as well. Nina is a recovering overachiever, as she always mentions, and she now coaches women around the world, transforming them from the inside out. She holds a master's degree in international and community development from the Fitness Institute of Australia. She has a mental health certificate, a certificate in successful conversions from MindMeld, a certificate in personal resilience, and she now works in online dispute resolution. Nina currently lives in Auckland, New Zealand with her partner. She has 3 children, 1 still at home, and 2 adult children out there living their own unique adventures. So please join me in welcoming our amazing guest, Nina Netzler. Okay, well, talofa lava, Nina, and welcome back to our Inailau Talanoa. Last time I spoke with you was in 2022. We spoke back then about embracing self and all our glorious imperfections. Mm-hmm. So we had a great Talanoa back then. So welcome back. And I just wanted to start with asking, what are you up to now? And also for those that haven't met you before, haven't watched our previous Talanoa, if you could give a bit of background, family, life, where are you from?
How long do we have? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, talofa lava, Jackie. Thank you for having me again. It's always a pleasure to dialogue with you and your audience. Mm-hmm. I've been watching you since, well, how many years now? And it's great to see the different forums that you're holding right now, which is awesome. What am I doing right now? Gosh, what am I not doing right now? I guess my history is I grew up in Samoa. I come from a entrepreneurial family. So as you know, in an entrepreneurial family, you are constantly working. Mm-hmm. So I still am very much involved with the running of the business at home. Thank God for the internet. Mm-hmm. And for the ability to just make decisions online, for Google Docs, for all of that. And I had moved to Australia at one stage, and decided to go into the fitness industry just because my children were young and I wanted the ability to be flexible around their school, etc. So I got into that fitness industry. Wow, it would be 20 odd years ago. And it was very different to what it is now. But it did allow me the ability to do what I was passionate about at the time, which was just staying active, helping people goal set, motivating women especially. And then I moved back to Samoa because I had my third child, surprisingly, no plans, as it happens. And then decided that I was going to move home because I wanted her to benefit, like my other two, to have the ability to grow up in Samoa. Because as you know, it's an awesome place to grow up as a child. You're very free. And you learn, the foundations of us, of our essence of being Samoan. So I did that, and that's where I opened up a personal training studio, and which was very popular at the time. It was the first standalone personal training studio. There were gyms at the time, but I decided I'd do a studio so that I could really focus on training women. And I guess that would have been my real introduction to the effects of women who were going through the change of life in different seasons and were really struggling with the changes in hormones. And at that time, I had no idea on how to deal with it, how to advise, and I think back now and think, and nobody taught us that. Even when I did my Fitness Institute training course in Sydney, that was not part of the curriculum at the time. There may have been like maybe a couple of pages that I would have skimmed over because it's not your interest. If it's not your, it's not within your focus point at that time, it doesn't relate. And that is the reality, is if you're a woman and you're going through perimenopause and menopause, nobody knows what you're going through unless they've been through it themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's like a real quick nutshell. And then right now I work in dispute resolution and mediation online, and that keeps me super busy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, and it's great to hear your background again. And I must say that for those that don't know, I was one of your clients many times. And I remember when you first started in Samoa, and at the time, I think I actually won one of your challenges too.
Yeah.
Being a fellow overachiever.
You're a personality A, so yeah.
I know,
about right.
give me a goal that is like, I'm just like,
win at all costs.
Gotta win. That would have been in my 20s actually. So yeah. I remember when you first started, and like you said, that was just a different time. That was when it was all about like super discipline and like the eating and the workouts. Yeah. And but through you, I definitely could say I achieved amazing results. So, that's...
Yeah, and your goals change all the time as you go through your life. Your goals are completely different when you're in your 20s. They change when you're in your 30s and you may be having children or trying to have children, and they change again as you get older. So it's ever evolving. That when I trained in the industry, I was in my late 20s, early 30s. So just had that very different perspective and scope to what I obviously have now, being a lot older. I'm being in my 50s. And just coming up against a whole new realm of challenges for a woman's body, which is something that I don't think our community speaks about at all. But it is very popular now on most social media forums. There's a lot of research finally on women researching women who are going through change of life, because it's real.
Absolutely.
The fatigue is real. The anxiety is real. The changes to your body that you don't have no control over is probably the most frustrating. Just speaking for myself personally, as a person who's been really like rigid. I know what to do to resolve this. I know how to keep this at bay, but that all just goes out the window once you hit perimenopause, and that can be at any age. Now there are women going through it a lot earlier, and I just think the current state of how we live life, we're so, rushing woman syndrome is it's us, it's all of us. It doesn't matter what culture you come from. You're working, raising kids, or helping raising kids if you're an aunt or haven't got your own children. You're trying to bring money into the household. It's not like you have the ability to not work given the economic status that we, the current climate that we work in, and that's here, Australia, the US, Europe. Most women have to work if it's just the reality. So there's that expectation that you've got to be good on all fronts, be a good mom, know how to raise your children right, bring money into the household, be the nice host for the family gatherings and then, somehow squeeze in some networks with your peers as well as exercise, and on top of that get sleep. So with all of that going on, it's not surprising that you get to a certain stage and your body just goes, no, I'm done.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So just to have conversations around those kinds of challenges is I think, healthy. And I don't see a lot of our Pacifico women speaking about it, but that just may be me not doing deep enough research. But I also think, and this again is a personal opinion, that our culture really is quite hard on women, where you can't show your vulnerabilities in the public forum. You've got to put up a front that you're handling it, that you've got it under control, that you don't suffer from anxiety or even depression, or if you do, that you're managing it. So I just think that's a cultural thing. And I would hate for my daughters, I have 2 daughters and 1 son, to think that pressure would stop them from speaking to their peers, or I actually know that it wouldn't, because they've grown up in a different time. But just to be able to freely speak about the real challenges of getting older.
Absolutely. I just wanted to bring it back to this change in life that you brought up, and just relating it back to my own experience. I did, I guess, the last challenge I did with you, massive, we did this big competition, right? And we were all looking great at that time. And I just want to touch on that point you made about, like, when you go through this change of life, like, your 20s, your 30s, all you need to do is put some discipline in with exercise and your food, and, you can achieve great results on the surface level, what we're talking about. And, I know that we had a great experience, working with you and a few other women back in around, I think it was around 2015. And that was an amazing experience. But on a personal level, I experienced around 39. Like, I was tracking really well after that last time I was on one of your challenges. And next minute, 39 hit. And I just put on weight out of nowhere. And I remember I actually reached out to you. Eventually, I think might have been 2 years later, I was living in Wellington, and it was just out of control. Like, I had all of a sudden, like, going from wearing, my beautiful dresses, I mean, I've never been the skinniest girl, but definitely, I could wear dresses and be very confident and comfortable. And next minute, I had this, like, belly come out of nowhere. And even after having my children, I didn't experience that. And then on top of that, the fatigue. At that time, I wasn't really experiencing the hot flashes and all that. But I just wanted to touch on that part there, that transition that you go through. And as I guess, middle-aged Polynesian Pacifica women, like just really like coming down hard on yourself because you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
None of your peers are talking about it in your age group, and then all of a sudden you put on weight.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, being Samoan, and I'm not sure if it's like this in other Polynesian cultures, everyone's telling you you're fat and you put on so much weight.
Yeah.
And then it's just like...
Sorry, I laugh because it's true.
Oh, no, yeah, absolutely. I mean, what can we do but laugh, you know? We go to family gatherings, right? The aunties, grandma, and everyone, your friends are looking at you like, oh, you put on a little bit of weight there. And, you're like, oh, skinny a couple of years ago, what's going on? And then it like all falls on you like you're doing something wrong. So I just wanted to, I wonder what your experience is around that time.
Because, totally.
Just that like transition.
And I don't know whether it's a generational thing, but I too had not heard from my older aunts, or definitely not my mum. My mum did not speak about those things. Did not kind of, have that much knowledge about that you do come into a change of life, that it's all about your hormones, which is why they call it the menopause valley, that you will develop, and that everything you may be doing at that time will not work due to the changes in your hormones. And there are a whole bunch of professionals that speak about it in length and at depth, which are totally out of my depth. I'm not a professional, but that experience made me go real dig, dive deep into information and research, because in my brain I couldn't figure it out why all the things I had done previously were not working, and not working for my clients as well. But and it can hit women at all different ages, and it really does depend on your lifestyle. So if you're you're going hard and fast, which I think is most Pacific women, because you're working, you're raising children, you might be studying, you may be traveling to the islands and back just to do the things that you need to do. I am guilty of that. So all of that on top of going through a change, hormonal changes, and not managing stress, or even understanding the concept of you can manage stress. I mean, my kind of upbringing was, you need to be more resilient. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, so
there's no room for like having to like work less hours, or
we don't do,
just keep going.
We don't do mental health days. Sorry, what is that? So it was like totally relearning and understanding your personal journey and your conditioning of how have you gotten to that point. What all it is your body telling you that you are stressed. And the body is an amazing thing. We all know this, and when it starts, and it is those, to me now with my understanding, is just information the body is giving you that there is something that you need to deal with. And whether it's taking more time off, or whether it's emotional trauma, or even forgiveness, like sometimes the body will hold stress in all different ways. And we all deal with stress in different ways. So for some of us, it's eating, drinking, it might even be drugs, whatever it is, to cope with unrecognized trauma and stress. Like we're so hard on ourselves. We so are as women. Like, oh my God, I'm punishing myself with, I might be fasting, or I'm hitting the gym, I'm doing all the sessions, yet nothing is changing. And just the mental turmoil that these women may have go through, is for me really heartbreaking. But also, I always think, look for the silver linings. What did it make me do? It made me do research. It made me educate myself as to this is what is actually happening. Again, like why we're here to have this conversation, because I started to hear from, my peers and colleagues going, oh my God, I have never been an anxious person. All of a sudden I'm crying in the bathroom and hiding from my family. And these are very well-established businesswomen, professionals, in their own right. I guess my takeaway is that your body is actually just communicating something to you that you need to address. And whether it's go take some time off, or go deal with something that you emotionally are holding on to for whatever reason. We all have our own stuff. That to me, learning about those kinds of resolutions to me was beautiful. It was just like, well, why would I hate my body if it's doing this? It's only trying to communicate or message to me that how about you slow down? So for me, and I think a lot of people can relate, you grow up, you need to do well at school, you might have worked your butt off to get a scholarship, you got the scholarship, you got the job, you got the kids, you got the marriage might have broken down, which was the case for me. So you have all of that stuff going on. You may be temporarily ostracized from society for whatever reason, that your marriage did break down, or you walked away from the church, or you have a relationship with someone totally outside of your community, whether they be from another country or another religion. Those are all the things that, women walk with every day, and it's not surprising that the body will say, yeah, you know what, I'm not going to play this game anymore. I want you to slow down and listen to me, as opposed to just powering through, which is my default.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm
just head down, power
I'll put
through.
up my hand and say, I'm one of those people as well. There's just like push, go.
Yeah.
Just keep going. Like, don't stop. And whatever you're going through, you've got no time to deal with it, right? So how have you dealt with, or what changes have you made now through all the research, through your own experience, what you've been going through? What changes have you made in your life to manage the stress, the change in hormones, and other symptoms you've experienced?
There's just a few names that I need to acknowledge, and that's Dr. Stacey Sims. So she is an American, but she lives in the South Island in New Zealand. She has an amazing podcast and YouTube channel. And then there's Dr. Wendy Sweet, who's actually is a Kiwi lady, also from the South Island, and she does incredible research. She started off as a exercise lecturer, I can't remember which university, and is still very active in the academic community, but is the only Kiwi woman I know that has done some amazing research on menopause. So those are like two really good references if people are wanting to kind of get into that. But for me, how did I deal with it? I honestly, because I'm an honest person.
Absolutely. That's why we get along.
Straight to the forehead. Had to stop people pleasing. Because you know, and you don't know this until you start doing the self-reflection and you self-audit. And for me, there was a lot of people pleasing going on. And that's just there's no one to blame. It is just conditioning. It is just what you're raised to think is what you need to do. Coming from some of our small Pacific communities, there is a lot of unspoken pressures on girls and men to act in a certain way. And so for me, it was really not giving away my power to people please, to keep the status quo, to not attract disagreement or some form of conflict. And how did I get there? I had issues, I had I was also putting on a lot of weight. I wasn't sleeping. I had really bad insomnia. I had really bad anger issues. And I am a person who flies off very quickly. I think a lot of us have that nature of going from 0 to 100 when you get angry. And I had to learn how to, why is that happening? Why do you allow that to happen? And because it can destroy relationships, just you operating in a certain mode and being not conscious of how it's affecting those around you, your children, your partner, your siblings. And it had to, so it really is self-audit. It was just like self-reflection, like what are the drivers here? And the driver was trying to be everything to everybody. And I think most women, which is a generalization, we default to do that. You're raised to nurture and you're raised to keep home. So I think it's a little bit of a natural instinct to think that I've got to make everybody happy to be successful. So that and then I think you get older and you just don't give an F anymore.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you're too damn tired anyway.
Yeah, it's just too fatigued day.
Like, stop it, I'm tired. You know what? So what? You don't like it? Too bad. which is also a blessing in disguise. So, you know, you can't just rubbish all the symptoms of perimenopause and menopause, because it got me so fatigued that I just thought, you know what, F it all. I am just going to try and do me, and whoever sticks around is my tribe, and whoever doesn't, bless them, and they will find their own tribe. I am fortunate that I haven't had to go to like clinical resolutions, although they are there, and I think people should use all the resources they have. I'm lucky to have the ability to work here in New Zealand and have access to professional counselling services, speaking to people who are trained and who are older than me and who could counsel me in a very non-judgmental environment. And I say this to my people I speak to, my day-to-day work. We have amazing resources available to you. You should tap into them, because you're just letting these opportunities lie on the table. And if you've got that access, and most people do, we do live in quite a good country where those services are free. Counselling services are free. There's Safe to Talk, there's Need to Talk, there's Lifeline, all of those. But that's the reality. Sometimes you've got to reach outside of what you think is your comfortable spot to seek information, you know, like seek understanding, seek counseling. I always laugh when I think about the Moana movie, how she defies everybody and goes, no, I gotta go, I'm out of here, I'm out of the island, I got shit to do. And I'm like, oh my God, there's so much of us.
I so relate to that movie.
No, you cannot go. You cannot go past this point.
Yeah.
Like otherwise, you know, you
stay within the reef, right?
So I think, I always laugh and think, okay, Moana's got to go find somewhere. You know, you got to find your own answers, you know, journey. It's a lot of journeying within. And I say that in a spiritual way, not in a religious way, because there is a difference for me. I grew up in the Catholic Church. But also felt very, very judged in that environment. But also gave me the real good depth understanding of the power of prayer and service and going within. You know, you just have to go within sometimes, and the answers are always available within. Once you can get rid of all of the expectations that so many of us carry around with us.